My friend, yes, I'm talking to you. This could be my story one day. The title goes like this: Moving from Europe to America. Let's play it.
The only thing I regret about moving to America, seriously, is not doing it sooner. And I already have the fear of when we have to leave to go back to England.
Oh my god, okay, this is a great start. My friends, how many likes can I get for America? Actually, I forgot to ask you for a like. If you leave a like, it's the best way to show support. If you subscribe, you make my day. Man, this is a crazy introduction. Let's play it again.
The only thing I regret about moving to America, seriously, is not doing it sooner. And I already have the fear of when we have to leave to go back to England. So if you're considering moving to America, I want to share everything I've learned and experienced since being here, from social security numbers, driving, food, work, the places we've been able to go, because you can literally just drive everywhere. No need to be paying over the top for flights to get to some incredible locations. And
Okay. Oh, I need a moment here because I want to share with you something that I was talking with my wife the other day. So we are going to visit America this year for the first time, and I'm nervous and afraid of one thing. This is a good thing, but it still makes me nervous. What if I visit America? Because I really love to live in Portugal, my friends. Being honest with you, I really love to live in Portugal. But what if I visit America and all of the sudden this may change? And I think, yeah, my life is in America. My friends, I think this could be a possibility. Right now, I don't think that way, but I'm afraid that I really fell in love with America.
no need to be paying over the top for flights to get to some
Better saying, even more. You know what I mean?
incredible locations. And I want to really tell my story. I've made a few videos here, but not really spoke about this huge thing I've done with my family. And I've made a point about making this channel more personal. There is a big truck going past me, but I am in the park with my husband.
They have a lot of those in America, right? Pickup trucks.
And my daughter. But hi, I'm Emma. And me, my husband, and our daughter said goodbye to England and all of our friends and family to explore America as a family for 3 years. And I have wanted to live in America since I was a kid.
But you know what, my friends? Moving from England, is still Europe, of course, but moving from England to America seems quite easier than moving from Portugal or Spain or even France to America. The reason is the language, Look, you guys say that you guys understand my English well, but even this is an insecurity that I should not have, I guess. But I'm always thinking, what if I go to a restaurant and I go, I would love biscuits and gravy, and the lady goes, what the hell did you just said? Because my accent, you know what I mean? But I think should be fine, right?
I was lucky enough to visit New York and Virginia when I was serving in the Navy, but it doesn't compare at all to living here. It is such a different way of life, and this really is a dream come true. I'll tell you why we did.
Oh, that photo is so awesome.
Of life, and this really is a dream come true.
Come on, look at this. The family, the Statue of Liberty behind. This is gorgeous, my friends.
I'll tell you why we did it first, which actually ties into how we did it. So with my husband still serving in the Navy, we just didn't see each other. We lived in a town with no family. We were just there for the convenience of the base being there. My daughter was going to nursery there, and for her first year of life, she hardly saw her dad. He was deployed when she was 2 weeks old, and this just kept happening. Then he got based further south, so we only saw him on weekends. And you know when something just has to give, when you know this just can't go on? Well, that's what happened. We basically just had a long conversation and came to the conclusion that if he could get a military exchange job in America, we would see each other every single day and actually be a family.
Oh my God, there is a F-22 Raptor going around now.
So that's what we did. That's why we have an expiration date of 3 years. But I am manifesting, I am willing and wishing that there is some way that we can stay, because it is incredible. The places we have been able to visit and see are just on another level. I don't know if that's because I just take England for granted, but living here, we are honestly just happier and healthier versions of ourselves. So
I love this. You know what, my friends? Look, I don't want to become political on this type of topics, but I know immigration right now is a sensitive topic in America. But something that I'm sure that a lot of you guys will agree. Americans love immigrants as long they embrace the culture, right, my friends? As long they love the country. Because I'm not an immigrant, but I react to a lot of American stuff. And a lot of you guys are saying, André, come to America. Let's go. It's time. Because I feel like when people show respect, Americans are really, really a very welcome nation.
On another level. I don't know if that's because I just take England for granted, but living here, we are honestly just happier and healthier versions of ourselves. So one of the most...
No beans on toast anymore. Now we have American breakfast. I mean, how can you not be happy?
Amazing trips we did was Salem. We went around Halloween time, we dressed our daughter up as Maleficent, and it was incredible. It was such an experience. But
what the hell was that?
for actual Halloween, we were at home. We live in Pennsylvania, and we went trick-or-treating, and oh my god, it really is like how it looks on TV. Everybody goes to so much effort decorating their houses, dressing up, making it a real experience. And we didn't knock on any doors. People would just be outside their houses with bowls of candy. It was just an amazing and happy experience. My daughter loved it, and it's well organized. So where we live, each town would have a certain night for trick-or-treating, so people know when to expect people and know what night to sit outside. It was really amazing. It is
this makes me so happy.
Just like it is on the telly. Everywhere we travel to is fun.
Wait, what if next year or 2 years from now, so my kid is 1 year and a half right now, 1 year old. I'm not sure if this is legal in America. What if I do another trip, of course, to America 3 years from now? My kid will be, of course, quite more, will understand things quite more. And I go around this time, Halloween time. Can I go with my kid? Do that type of stuff, even though I'm not American, you know. But do you guys think that, I mean, there is no law that would prevent me to do this, right?
But we just make it into a road trip.
But it's weird, right? A European that comes to just have a vacation doing that. Maybe that's weird.
With lots of cool stops in, and we get to go to so many places because you can just drive everywhere, and fuel is a hell of a lot cheaper out here, like significantly cheaper. It's the first thing we notice.
Yeah, this is something that I also been noticing, reacting to a lot of stuff. Gas in America is really cheap.
So because we are already living in America, going on holidays here is so much cheaper and makes getting around to see these amazing places possible. We've done New York, New Orleans. That was incredible. We went for Mardi Gras. It was amazing. The entire vibe of the place is like nothing I have ever experienced. Niagara Falls, Charleston. I'm obsessed with the Vampire Diaries, so we visited the town where that was set. That was a little town in Georgia called Covington.
I actually ended up watching that show back in the day, Vampire Diaries.
And right now we are in Orlando to take our daughter to Disney World for her birthday. And we would never have been able to afford flights from England to Orlando along with a couple of days at Disney World. When you're here, getting to visit these places becomes possible. Living here, utilities are significantly cheaper. It just feels like a better way of life. You're not just going to...
America is better. I mean, okay, my friends, if you guys don't want to continue with the reaction, that's fine. But basically, the final thought is America is better. And yeah, the video is done. Basically, another thing is you can follow me on social media. My friends, this is real talk. It's very important for you to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, whatever you have. André, I don't have Twitter. That's fine. You have Facebook. André, I don't have Instagram. Well, that's fine. You have Twitter. You know what I'm saying? If you have any of those, follow me there. I'm making a promise that I will put more content there, sometimes exclusive content, because some stuff get blocked there. That said, I was lying. We are going to continue with the video, but links below.
Work and coming home and repeating it every single day. And we actually have seasons. I know that isn't a guarantee everywhere, but where we live, we have real seasons. Things differ state to state out here, so I can only really talk about what I know to be true for where I am. So social security numbers, you cannot do anything without one, so it's the first thing you want to do. No loans, you can't work, get credit cards, which by the way, I have noticed that out here you get more rewards with credit cards, like cashback offers. We have had at least a couple of $100s back, so if you do...
Credit score is very important in America, right? My friends, for example, I don't even use credit cards. I just use debit cards. You know, credit is something that I try to avoid. I have credit for my home, but apart from that, I really try to not go crazy.
You ever move out?
But it's becoming more of a thing, you know, and that it's a bad thing because people, you know, get credits to pay other credits, and it's a vicious cycle. But I never end up going that route, even at times that I thought it was necessary. I always end up finding a solution.
Shop around for a credit card, the offers are just on another level. Driving, now again, it might differ state to state, but I have to do a local driving test, which actually does make sense because it isn't just driving on the opposite side of the road. The lanes are so different out here, and it's heavy on stop signs. So school buses, you know, the big yellow ones that you always see on TV, when they stop, no matter what side of the road it's on, you also have to stop. So when a school bus stops, all traffic stops. You cannot pass that bus. Now, food. It is so easy to gain weight out here. The food is amazing and the portions are very generous. I love it. But after a few months of being here, we did realize that we had to cut down on how much we were eating. You really
I'm going to say it, my friends. I'm not even seeing anything on the background, but because of all of this, beautiful America strikes again. Beautiful America is not just about, you know, landscapes, even though you guys have a lot of that, a lot of those. Bob Ross, you know, made... inspiration for Bob Ross was quite easy. Let's put things that way. But beautiful America is more than that. It's also the food. It's everything.
Few months of being here, we did realize that we had to cut down on how much we were eating. You really have no need to order sides or extras. The main meals are huge. There are so many diners and nice restaurants like Red Lobster. That is an incredible place to eat. Now, tipping. You do have to tip. It's probably for me the biggest cultural difference that tips are expected. We don't tip as much in England, or if you have a spare fiver in your pocket, you leave that if the service was good. But out here, the staff working in food establishments are generally on such a low wage. The tip is kind of factored into their wage. It's expected that you leave a good tip, so 15 to 20%, and it is
15 to 20. Yeah, this is what I know. I think Trump is going to change the rules to 25. People told me this, but for now it's 20%.
Expected. I would say tipping is a little bit out of control. It isn't just your restaurants and your diners where tips are
It's everywhere.
Expected. I don't want to keep you too long, but I had a seriously awkward moment at a nail salon before we came here, so I'll probably do another video on tipping because it really is on a...
Wait, even when you go to cut your hair, do your nails and stuff like that, you also have to tip? So it's basically not just food, it's everything, right? But for example, if you have someone from Amazon delivering you bought something online, you have to tip on the door to the person.
Another level. I knew about tipping in food establishments before moving here, but I had no idea that it was expected everywhere. But now with work, I'm an esthetician, so depending on what state you live in,
so if you go to USPS, send mail, you tip the person there.
Certain things you can and can't do. So in England, I'm qualified to microneedle, dermaplane, and do deeper chemical peels, so the bio-repeel. I'm not legally allowed
Didn't understood a single thing.
to do that in the state that I live in because I'm not a medical professional, which is frustrating. I think if you work under a medical professional, you can do it, but again, state dependent. But I would say tipping and my personal work situation are the only slightly negative things, but not enough to make me not want to be here and to stay here. Everything else that is so much better makes it a million times worth it. So I can't really think of anything else right now. I just spontaneously wanted to pop on whilst I was in the park. But if you have any questions, please let me know below. If you're fed up of life in England and you want to move to America, I would love to hear about it. I know my circumstances for moving are probably different to a lot of people, but I just strongly believe life in America is so much better. Quality of life is better. So,
damn, that's a strong statement right there.
So I don't want to take too much time.
You know what? This is a good video for you, my friends. This was a good video for me, but I think this video is even better for you. Why, André? Because sometimes, honestly, some Americans forget about this. Real talk.
time, so I will do a tipping video next time. And thank you for being here. I am looking forward to sharing this journey with you and hearing about yours.
And that's it, my friends. Thank you so much for watching this with me. I mean, I'm not super surprised. I thought this was a tremendous video. And America is a great, great place. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like. See you guys in the next one. By the way, social media, don't forget that. Bye, my friends.